Let's practice dividing by two-digit divisors. All right, a little more work involved, probably more of a try and check strategy to figure out how many times when we have to divide and how many times a number goes into another number. Let's not forget our does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? We're still utilizing that, okay? It's just going to look a little different. So I'm going to rewrite it onto our graph paper because I want us to get into the habit of writing that way. So our first problem here, we've got a 37 as our divisor. Our dividend is 259. Okay, so let's zoom that in just here a little bit. We have to decide how many times does 37 go into 259. So this is where we do just a little bit of try and check. You might ask yourself, how many times does 3 go into 25? If it was just 3 and 25, that would be 8. So I'm going to try off to the side here and just check that out. So I'm going to take 37 times 8. I got 7 times 8 is 56. And 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 5 is 29. 296 is just a little too big. So I'm going to try 37 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 3 is 21. 22, 23, 24, and 25. Wow, that works out nice. 37 goes into 259 7 times. I then multiply 7 times 37, and I get 259, and I get 0. So I'm done. So in this particular set of long division problems, these ones are kind of nice because they're going to be just one-digit or two-digit quotients. So that will be nice for us to be able to solve. I'm not going to lie, long division by two-digit divisors is a lot of work sometimes. And so we just have to be able to know how to do it, practice it a little bit, and then move on. It's nothing that you'd want to do all day, every day for sure. Okay, let's move down here and let's try one of these together. So I'm going to go with 48 as my divisor. And my dividend is 720. So again, this is the problem that I'm trying to solve. I'm going to zoom in over here. I think I want to rewrite my does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers up here. Okay, and then I have to ask myself, how many times does 48 go into 7? No, 72? Yes, it could go into 72. Okay, well, I'm going to think, how about 4 into just plain old 7? It can only go once, but I better check just to be sure. I'm pretty sure 40 plus 40 is 80, so that would be too much, but let's just double check in case I'm wondering. And 2 times 8 is 16, and 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So, no, 48 can't go into 72 two times, so it can only go in there one time. I put the 1 over the 2 of 72. Then I multiply. 1 times 48 is 48. And then I subtract. Lots of math skills here involved. I can't take 8 from 2. So I have to regroup. And I take 1 from the 7. And then I add that 10 to 12. And 12 minus 8 is 4. And 6 minus 4 is 2. So that's my subtract. I check to make sure, is 24 smaller than 48? Yes, it is. I bring down my 0. And now I have to decide how many times does 48 go into 240. Okay, so again, 4 into 24 would be like 6 times. That's 2 times. I'm going to try 48 times 5 just to see. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24. What do you know? It works out nice and even. 48 goes into 245 times, and 5 times 48 is 240. I subtract, and I end up with 0. All right, Not too bad. I'm going to rewrite my answer over here of 15. Let's try one more together here. Let's try in this third column, a little bit larger number. We've got a divisor of 43, a dividend of 1,118. All right. And I better put my does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers over here as my little reminder. Okay, so let's see what we've got. 43 can't go into 1. It can't go into 11. It can go into 111. I just have to figure out how many times. Okay, so how many times would 4 go into 11? Probably 2 times. So let's do just a little bit of math over here. 43 times 2. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 4 is 8. And then I think I'm going to try 43 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 4 is 12. 129, that's too big. All right, so 43 goes into 111 2 times, and 2 times 43 is 86. Again, this is where our graphing paper comes in very handy because we want to make sure we line up all of our numbers. We're on the subtract step, so I've got to take 111 minus 86. Looks like I'm going to have to regroup here and add my 11 and then take my 11, make it 10 and add that 10 there. So 11 minus 6 is 5, and 10 minus 8 is 2. 0 minus 0 is 0. I check to make sure that 25 is smaller than 43, and it is. I bring down my 8. And now I have to decide how many times is 43 going to 258. Again, I could ask myself, how many times is 4 going to 25? That'd probably be about 6. So I'm going to do some math over here. Let's see. Let's try 43 times 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25. And what do you know? It works out nice and even. So 43 goes into 258 6 times. And then I multiply 6 times 43 and I get 258. I subtract and I get 0. I check and bring down. There's nothing more to bring down. So 26 is my answer for this problem right here. All right, I challenge you to try these other problems listed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 of them. The answers are down below. Resist the urge to look at the answers until you've been able to show all of the work. Good luck.